If you have neurological problems, a Benelli key is very good to push them down. And the motorbike belonging to this key is also pretty interesting and worth to know it. Our review is about the BN302. As you can find out from the number in its name, the bike is not a very big one, or we can say it's a compact motorbike. The length is a little bit over 2 meters, but the wheelbase is pretty short. It's 1410 millimeters only. And as you can find out, the engine is a 300 cubic centimeter inline 2.1. So the BN302 is mainly a city or pre-city motorbike. The 3 deciliter engine is the same as in the Benelli Tornado. The output is also the same, 38 brake horsepower and 27 Newton meter is the maximum torque, and these parameters are enough for city use, outside of the city, not extremely long motorbike tours, or honestly for any purpose, because for the bike the traveling speed is very healthy and very comfortable enough, between 90 and let's say 120 kilometers per hour, and you can even overtake from 100 without any kind of problem. So this is enough for not extreme high speeds, but normal public road conditions proper. Which is very funny that when we start the engine, first the sound is a little bit closer to funny than serious, but when we start to pull the throttle, then it becomes a pretty deep and very nice sounding one. And when we are sitting on the bike and riding with it, then we can continuously hear this sound, and it's like deep sounding sport car or something like this, so maybe a little bit closer to a car than a motorbike, but it's honestly it's pretty nice to listen to it all the time while you are riding. So the engine is absolutely fitting to what you wait from a bike like this, but the suspension is much better. It's another dimension, not a size and price like a motorbike as the BN302. In the front we have 2 upside down telescopic forks. The width is 41 millimeters and the travel is 135 millimeters, and in the rear we have a central unit. The preload we can change with the instruments, but the tension you can change with only your hand without any kind of instrument. Here the travel is 146 millimeters, and what is really surprising, that this suspension makes the riding so comfortable with this small Benelli that you cannot imagine without trying it. Really, bad roads, bumps, holes, everything. I think one parent or grandparent of this motorbike had to be an enduro. Similar to the suspension, the brakes are also absolutely oversized to this power and this size or weight motorbike. In the front we have 2 disc brakes, 260 millimeters is the diameter, and 4 piston calipers for both discs we have, and in the rear we have a 240 millimeter disc with a 2 piston caliper. We have ABS both ends of the motorbike, which is it's partially funny. From the handlebar it's possible to switch off. I don't know that for this type of naked motorbike what is the reason for it, but we can do it. Only one more sentence about the brakes. The lever here can also be adjusted to your hand size. It can be dosed pretty well, but it needs from your hand and from your right foot also pretty big power. So it's well dosable, very effective, but you really have to pull and push it to stop the bike in an emergency situation. Our dashboard is, we can say, pretty simple. We have an RPM counter on the left side. The colors and the design of it is, let's say, mid category, and on the right side we have a small LCD where we have only really the basic datas. In the downer part we can see the 2 daily counters and the overall distance. That's all. Above that we can see the exact speed. On the right side the fuel we have, and on the top we can see the water temperature and the time. And what is really funny, or let's say good, that with only one button push we can change to English dimensions, so to miles per hour and Fahrenheit, so the bike is really for absolutely international use. The seat height is 5 mm under 80 cm, so from this you can easily find out that this bike is fitting for most of the riders. For somebody like me with extremely long legs, it's not going to be comfortable on the downer part. For example, I am wearing an Alpinstar's knee machine at the moment, and with wearing this it's a pretty big fight to ride it in this foot position. But I think everybody who is under 180 centimeters is going to be really comfortable. The seat is pretty hard, but not uncomfortable at all. The handlebar is, let's say, mid-width, so not too wide, not too narrow, and the back parts is pulled backwards pretty much, so it's really comfortable to keep it and ride with it, and the upper body's position is really extremely good. And of course, as with my approximately 100 kilos body weight, the top speed was somewhere around 140 or a little bit more. Of course, with the 60 kilos rider it's going to be more, but in this top speed category or traveling speed category, this sitting position is going to be absolutely comfortable. As you don't have any windshield, you will have some wind, but no wind noise, and this is very important. This naked bike is really very good with a wood helmet. The clutch is easy, so easy to use it, and I have already mentioned that the brakes need pretty big using power, but similarly to the clutch, the gear shift is also working very light and very precise. The Benelli BN302's price is not the lowest on the market. We can find lower priced bikes in this category, and we can say that the power, the speed, the acceleration of it is somewhere around the average. So if you come to the point only from this part, then we can say that it's a little bit overpriced. But if you think about the absolute over the category, suspension, brakes, the good seat position, because of the two-cylinder engine, absolutely no vibrations. So all in all, to ride with the bike and live the everyday life with this bike is absolutely sufficient. So I think that it's totally worth for this price.
Please push a like for the video, subscribe for our channel and watch our other reviews.